Hopkinsville, 1985, 1986, 1992 state champions. One of the best 80s and 90s wrestling programs the state of Kentucky had. Our guest here today is a state champion for Hoptown. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Patrick White.
And you are the 1991 112-pound state champion. And
yes.
As you guys have saw on the channel already, we've got some absolute hammers in Hopkinsville. Your Livingston Merritts, your Miguel Merritts, your Willie Ennels, your Jared Trices, Tony Harris. We could go on and on with some of the guys that we've met with from Hopkinsville. But, ma'am, you were a part of that 92 team. You're a 91 state champion. So I have to ask. I ask all the Christian County and Hopkinsville guys down there because both schools were so good for so long. What's in the water down there, man?
Hey, man, we just got some nice athletes. We
yeah.
really do.
And that was at both schools, Christian County and Hopkinsville, Coach Placer and Coach Perrin. Man, it seems like they just kept manufacturing dudes every single year. You think that 3 or 4 seniors would graduate and then there'd be a crop of 7 or 8 freshmen. You're like, where'd these guys come from? We wasn't expecting these guys to.
Right.
So let's talk about your state tournament run. You are coming in 1991, 112 pounds. And when I was doing your bracket research, I found out something very interesting about your bracket, and we'll talk about it when we get finished. But you start off the state tournament with a pin over Vernon Jackson from Louisville Eastern. So it had to feel good to get a pin right out of the gate, didn't it?
It did. It did.
I get it. Now, for those of you keeping track at home, Vernon goes on next year in 1993, and he wins the 112-pound state championship. So you've already wrestled one future state champion. You pinned him. You get to the quarters. You wrestle Sean Meckley from Woodford County. You win that by a 14-11 decision. Oh, by the way, Meckley goes on, 1992, 125-pound state champion. So 2 matches, 2 future state champions. You get to the semis, you're wrestling Brandon Wilkins from Campbell County. You win that by a 2-1 decision in overtime. Tough match, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
by the way, Brandon Wilkins goes on 1993 and 1994 becomes the state champion. So 3 matches, 3 future state champions. That's incredible. But here's the kicker. You get to the finals, you're wrestling Mike Lee from Simon Kenton. Oh, by the way, Mike Lee goes on 1994, 140-pound state champion. So all 4 of your matches this year, you beat eventual state champions. That's cool. That and doing my research, I found you are the only person in state history to be a future state champion in every single match. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
And yep, you beat a former state champion or a future state champion, I should say, in every match. That's the first time that's ever happened. Now you're coming in with a 43-1 record to the finals. And in case you guys don't know about Hopkinsville, Hoptown back in the day, it wasn't like you guys were going and wrestling JV tournaments. You were going to Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Tennessee, wrestling tough Kentucky teams. So that 43-1 record's impressive.
Thank you.
Very impressive, actually. Now, had you wrestled Mike Lee before?
I believe, yes. Yes, I believe so.
And now, before we go, though, over or watch your match video, Hopkinsville has, as of this filming, they have 34 individual state champions. We're filming this on March the 11th, 2024. 34 individual state champions, which is impressive. 4 most outstanding wrestlers: Eddie Persons, 1985, Jared Trice, 1989, Miguel Merritt in 95, and then some guy named Willie Ennels in 1992. Like we said, 3 team state championships, 1985, 1986, 1992, and you were a big member of that 1992 state championship team. So we met with you back in Hopkinsville when I come down there for the first time. I believe that was in May of 2022, and at the time we didn't have your match video, but now we're almost we're a little bit more than 2 years into it now, and we found the 1991 video, and I told you in your video, if we found the match video, we would get back together, and I'm glad that this technology exists because I don't have to drive to Hopkinsville. I would drive to redo it, but it's great that we can sit here in our living room or on our couch or wherever and do it. So has it been a while since you've seen your match video?
It has.
This was actually, quick little story, I got to give a shout out to Harrison and Brent Courtney of Woodford County. Woodford County had a like a locker room they were using for storage, and there was literally hundreds of just old wrestling tapes that were in that locker room.
Wow.
And they started digging through them, and lo and behold, guess what they found? The 1991 state finals. And
wow,
you were the first person that I messaged to redo their video because we actually had your match video.
okay.
So, and I wanted to get you on the channel, and I wanted you to see it. So, Pat, man, let's go back to Atherton Gym. Let's do it.
All right.
Now, there you are, of course, in the black singlet. What's your go-to moves from neutral? What are we looking to do here?
From neutral,
Yeah.
I'll just shoot takedowns. I like double legs, single legs, arm drags.
Right.
But most I'm looking for that double leg.
All right, so we're still neutral here. He shoots in. You're defending pretty good. Wrestling around there. Nothing yet. Now, there it is. Look at that. There, oh, almost, man. We're back on our feet. There you go. You get like a Peterson roll there. Getting some near fall. We're out of bounds. And for those people that don't know, Hopkinsville had one of the best mat-made squads in the entire state back then. And you could hear them cheering.
We loved our mat mates, man. They were awesome.
Oh, yeah. I think they're in the team photo for your 1992 state championship, correct?
Uh-huh.
I thought so. All right, so he gets to his feet, but you're able to take him back down there. And all right, that's the end of the period. It picks back up at the start of the second. So you're on top again. It looks like you're trying for like a cradle.
Uh-huh.
Always remember, kids, never let your knee and your head get close to each other. People like Patrick will put you in a cradle. He's pulling down on your arm like he's trying for a roll. Do you remember like him trying to do that to you?
I can remember that.
Yep.
Okay.
You've got his arm. It's like you're trying to
He didn't want to give up that cradle.
Yep. and you're putting his arm on his back right there, like you're trying to run like a wing or some type of a bar series, and you get that tilt, but he's able to fight out of it. There it is. Ooh. Potentially dangerous. Okay, good stoppage. Now is Coach Placer and Coach Harris in your corner?
Yes.
Okay. Now, right there, he threw you, got a reversal on you. Whenever he done that, were you nervous? Like, oh my gosh, got to get off my back here. There it is. You hit a reversal. Keep going, step over. There it is. Keep going. Good. He tries for that whip again, but you're able to roll out of it. You knew it was coming, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nothing yet. Now he gets another reversal right there. That's the second time he's hit that reversal on you. But you don't look to be panicked, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
And started the third period, you're on the bottom. You're trying for that switch. You stand up. Trying for that switch again. You guys drill that a lot in practice?
Oh, every day.
I was going to say, because that's about every Hopkinsville video that I've seen, or I have on video, I should say, of the state finals. Anytime you guys are like that, that's the first thing you're reaching back for that switch. That's a good move.
That's our go-to to get up.
Now, are you a freshman here, a sophomore?
I want to think I was a sophomore.
Okay. There it is. You get some near fall. Working for the fall. He rolls through. You get 2 near fall. All right, so referee gives the neutral signal. You get another takedown?
Yes.
There it is. And that's the end of the match. The audio is just a little off on it because of how old the tape is. But you win by a final score of 14-5. So you won it pretty big. And this match also has the medal ceremony.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And if the video glitches, guys, it's just an old tape. That's why you need to get your videos converted over to digital like we have now. And then here you come. And I love those old orange warm-ups you guys had. Those are nice.
Thank you.
And they gave you a hat right there. Do you remember getting that hat?
I do.
You don't still have still have it by chance, do you?
No, I don't have my hat no more.
That's too bad. I mean, I'd like to see that on
Grandma. I know.
Yeah. So, man, watching it back for the first time after all these years, does it play out the way you remember it?
It did. It did.
Well, good, man.
There's
Good.
Stuff in there almost I forgot, but yeah.
Well, I'm glad we were able to share it with you and let you watch it after all these years and the medal ceremony and all that. I'm sure your family and friends and all the Hoptown guys are going to be happy to watch it. Now, let's go over, though, because your career didn't end there. 1992, 130 pounds. You come in third place, but again, Hopkinsville wins the team state championship. You guys had a pretty good team that year. Everybody but Willie was good, right?
Right.
Yeah. Everybody but Willie was good. I know as soon as he sees this, he'll message me. And 1993, 130 pounds, third place as well. So, man, state championship. Then you got on the podium 2 more times at third place. Excellent wrestling career there at Hopkinsville. We like to, ask guys a couple questions before we end videos. Of course, you've been out of the sport for a while. It happens. Everybody. The heavy hand of time gets us all in the end. But speak to the underclassmen, if you will, the new people to the sport, whether they're middle school, elementary, high school. What's a few things that you wish you would have done or would like to have known before you started wrestling?
The biggest thing to me, I would say, is the fundamentals. You got to always, because that's what's gonna, in the end, what you're gonna need more than anything. It's your fundamentals and conditioning. Sometimes I was like, but that running, working on your fundamentals is key.
Yep, absolutely, man. I like that. That's good advice. And we like to give everybody the opportunity before we, wrap videos up. Anything you'd like to add or say or give some shout outs or anything like that we haven't talked about, man? The floor is yours.
I appreciate it, man. I just want to give a shout out to Willie. We've been nice to wrestle him in the finals.
Yeah. And of course, and talking about Willie, 3-time state champion. And I believe in 91, you and Willie were the only two to win it, correct?
Yes.
And
yes, it's true.
You're not, of course, whenever you watch the review video, you'll get to see it. But I found in doing my research, and I actually posted this today on my Facebook page, is they actually, the KHSAA used to put out a program called The Athlete, and it had all the results, the scores from all the sports, the news. It was basically for kids that grew up in the internet era. We always didn't used to have one of these in our pocket we could pull up and check whatever. You had to get these things called magazines and newspapers. You had to read stuff. And that was basically our internet before we had internet. And they have the group photo of all the state champions listed. And they actually have your name, instead of it being Patrick White, they actually have a typo. And instead of White, they put an S. So it's Patrick Shiite. It is. Yep, it sure is. And of course, yep, all these years later, I don't guess anybody's noticed it until today. I saw that, and I was like, man, I've got to bring that up and let him know all these years people has been calling him Patrick Shiite. Yep, that's a fact.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yep, that is, like I said, I'll put a photo of it in our review video here. But man, you wrestled really good, excellent performance. The only person in state history to beat 4 future state champions in the same state tournament. So, man, you have history, and you probably didn't know it until today.
That's right.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. It was a great interview. I'm glad we was able to get the video to you so you can watch it. Now you can have it forever and let the family, friends, and everybody watch it, man. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys and girls on the mats.